And now, Download Thursday with Markette Smith.
On this edition of Download Thursday, it's called wireless pickpocketing, a new high-tech way for thieves to steal your money.
Markette Smith is here with the details in this week's Tech Report. Hi, Markette.
That's right. You know, the president is out in California meeting with Google and Facebook, and I'm hoping that they're talking about this security concern because radio frequency identification, also known as RFID, is a relatively new technology that's supposed to make your life easier. Since 2006, tiny microchips have been embedded in credit cards, allowing users to scan purchases instead of swiping them. But wireless experts at the University of Maryland say there are major cracks in the security code.
And so what has happened is the RFID is an invention that has been around now for several years, and it's a simple mechanism by which you can actually transmit radio frequency signals.
A handy technology used for, say, scanning a smart card or a student ID, but one that can be dangerous if in the wrong hands.
So you can have the skimmer in your pocket, and if you work around and people have what's called first generation RFID cards, they can start reading your numbers. It can be from 10 centimeters to 25 feet.
Okay, but now what I'm hearing is that a lot of people may still have this first generation card. So can people call their credit card companies and say, give me the new updated technology?
Right, and the main reason for that is that as you add the features to the cards and to the RFIDs, they become more expensive.
And while credit card companies have been slow to update their RFID technology, graduate students at the University of Maryland's computer engineering program are not waiting.
They can be easily stolen. So the attacker who steals the device can launch a very powerful attack.
These students are currently working on a U.S. patent that would secure personal information by combining wireless technology and fingerprint identifiers.
So in addition to a PIN, you can take a piece of your biometric, your fingerprint, right? And then use that as a way to authenticate you, which is not in the RFID. So in other words, you're using independent sources of authentication, not just the RFID, but other things.
Multi-level security.
Multi-level and multi-modal. Right? So,
Professor Barris says more than 250 million Americans have already been victimized using RFID theft, including himself.
That's not good news.
No, it's not.
Yeah, those are scary numbers. So, Markette, how do people find out if they've been a victim, and is this hard to prosecute?
Well, in Professor Barrett's case, he said the next day he didn't have any money in his ATM card.
What a way to find out.
And it's dangerous because it's a faceless crime. It's a crime that doesn't leave a fingerprint, but the only thing you can do is call your credit card company and tell them, I want a card. If my card has this chip, I want an updated one with encryption. There's also aluminum wallets you can use, but you have to be careful about that too, because the experts I spoke to said it can act like an antenna when you pull your credit card out of your wallet.
So is that the best way to protect yourself?
I just think stay informed and call your credit card company and say, I don't want a first generation card.
Good advice, good advice. All right, thank you, Markette.
You're welcome.